welcome back to my channel. So today is gonna be a good old makeup video. I'm going to use the new makeup products that I have, and I'm gonna try them out, see how they perform. Some of them I haven't used before, some of them I have, and I want to share with you what I think of the products. They're all favorites and they're all new to me, at least. They might not be new to the collections, but they're new to me. So I wanted to put them all in one video and show them to you. So without further ado, let's go to my naked face and start with the tutorial. So let's start with the makeup look. The first thing that I always do before doing my makeup is I'll put some moisturizer on. I like to put my moisturizer on just before I do my foundation because I feel like it blends better to my skin. This is the Skin Food Light from Weleda and I absolutely love it. So it's in my skincare drawer, the backup is, but it's also in my makeup drawer. So I put just a tiny amount on my hand and then I will just spread it over my face. There you go. My skin always turns red, but that will go away very soon. I'll bring you in a little closer so you can see my makeup better. There we go. So I'd like to start with a new foundation. I was at the Bijenkorf yesterday, and I picked up a little sample of the Dior Forever foundation. I know it's going to be reformulated very soon, but I've never tried it before, so I would just try it and see if this one works for my skin, and then I can always see if the new one works better for my skin or not. I don't know when the new one's going to be released, so that's why I just picked up a sample. And this is in the shade 020. I'm going to use my Emani buffer brush. It's the one that I like to use for foundation. Yeah, equally to my beauty blender, but for this purpose I wanted to use a brush because I feel like the beauty blender soaks up a lot of product and makes it a lot lighter. So I think this brush will give a nice application and will reflect the product better on my skin to see how it actually works. So I'm just gonna put a small amount, oh, it's a thick foundation, small amount on my brush, and we'll see how far we get with this one. It's quite thick though, it's not very whoops, it's not very fluid, so we'll see. Spread this around my face, and I think I need more, but we'll see how this works. It's also very nice to start with a small amount if you want to see how the product builds up. So this is one layer, and I will just apply a bit more so I can see how the product builds up. Very thick foundation, very thick formula. I've never seen such a thick foundation, so I don't know. Alright. I think the color matches pretty well as well. And it feels really smooth on your skin, so that's also nice. Just don't forget the neck. I've heard that the reformulated Dior Forever foundation is going to be a glowy one and a more matte one, and the lady in the store told me this is somewhere in between. So very curious to see what the glowy one is gonna look like. I think this one is more of a silky finish. So that's the second layer, and I can already see from a distance in my mirror, which is down here, that it already covered a lot more than with the first layer, so that's nice. So it's buildable and it doesn't remove the makeup layer underneath. So now I'm going to apply the Catrice Camouflage cream, and this is a more pink one, which like the name suggests, the wake up effect lightens up underneath the eyes. And I always like to use my fingers with it. Apply a little bit on the inner corner of my eye, because I feel like that's where I need the most brightening. Don't forget your inner teardrop. You can already see that brightens up a lot. And this is from Catrice. So Catrice is quite an affordable brand, very affordable, and I've been very impressed with this Wake Me Up concealer. I keep saying wake me up. That's a Rimmel one. It's a wake up effect, and correcting. I think it's a correcting concealer. So there we go. So you can already see that it has lightened up the under eyes. I don't put it underneath the whole under eye area, just put it in the inner corners, because that's where you mostly like bluish or darkish, so that's why you want to lift it. And I don't like a lot of layers underneath my eyes, so because it can look a bit cakey, so that's why I only do it in the inner corners. Now I'm going to apply some concealer, and that's what I do underneath the whole of eye area, and I'm gonna use an old favorite, which is the Radiance Reveal Concealer from Bourjois. So I'm gonna use that one, and I apply it underneath my eyes. And you can see this one has a luminous effect as well. Bridge of my nose and around my nose, on my forehead and my chin, so it also highlights a bit. And I use a buffing motion for this, because otherwise I feel like it is moving the concealer from one place to the other instead of tapping it into the skin. There we go. Nice and brightened. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this, and I'm gonna use my Sephora setting powder. It's the glowing finishing press powder, and it looks like this. It has the white powder, and then inside there's a star with some green, peach and pink. So it's also a correcting setting powder, and I really love this one. That's what I've been using basically every day to set my makeup. It's a very glowing finish, and I really like that in the winter. I make sure to not forget my eyelids, because they tend to get a little oily. Now it's time for contouring, and I'm gonna use my trusty old Copacabana bronzer duo from Emani, and I'm gonna use the matte side of the bronzer to contour. So I'm gonna dip my brush in very lightly. I'm gonna apply some underneath my cheekbones, and then up my temple a bit. I'm doing the same on the other side. Then I'm gonna use a little bit here in my hairline, on the side of my nose, and then around my jawbones. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I do it very lightly because I don't like the heavy contouring, so you can actually see that it is contoured. I like to do it the way that you don't notice it. So that was the contouring. Now I'm gonna go for bronzer, and I don't have a new bronzer to show you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Back to Bronze matte bronzer, and this is a very light shade, so it blends very well into my skin. You can't really tell that I am wearing bronzer, and that's what I like during the winter. I like to use a matte one without any glitter, so it doesn't really show on your skin. I'm gonna apply that everywhere the sun would naturally hit my face. So that's it for the bronzing and contouring part. Now I'm gonna apply some blush, and this is very exciting because I'm gonna use the Nars Orgasm blush. And this is a mini version. I got this one in the Christmas gift set from Nars, together with the Nars lipstick, which I'm gonna use as well in this tutorial. This is the famous Orgasm blush, and it shows up bright pink on camera, but in real life it's much more of a darker pink with some gold and peach undertones. So I'm gonna apply this very lightly to the apples of my cheeks and a bit to the cheekbones. There we go. I don't want to overdo my blush because I like to have a bit of a blush but not too obvious. Then for highlighter, I'm gonna use a new product as well. This is the Becca highlighter that I bought in Sephora in Prague, and this is in the shade Opal. This one. It looks a bit dark, but I think my skin can handle it. It's a bit darker than Moonstone, the one I already have. So I was ready to try a new one. I'm gonna use another Emani brush. This fan brush looks really big, but what I notice is that when I use a small fan brush, the highlighter doesn't really spread equally around the place that I want to apply it, and this one does that. So that's why I use a big one. It looks really big for my face, but yeah, it works. So I tap it really lightly in the highlighter, and then I'm gonna apply this on top of my cheekbones. I'm gonna put a little bit above my brow, on my brow bone. That's the tricky part though when you use such a big brush. On my nose, Cupid's bow, and a little bit extra on my jawbones, on my cheekbones, because I like it. Now we're down to brows, and nothing new here. I'm still using the trusty old brow artist Plumper from L'Oreal Paris in the shade Light. It really works for my brows, so I'm not gonna deviate from this one. I'm gonna look in the mirror because brows are very precise work. The viewfinder is very small, so there we go. I just feel like it fills in the beginning of my brows, and it just gives them a nice and bushy effect, so I like that. Now for mascara, also a new one, which was also in one of the Christmas gift sets that I purchased. This is the Better Than Sex Too Faced Mascara, and I'm gonna curl my lashes first. So the brush is very big and bristly. It's not a plastic one, it's a real brush. How do you say that? It's not plastic, so, and it's really uneven. So the brush looks like your lashes are gonna be very clumpy, but we'll see how it works. Oh, you already can see a big difference. They are lengthened and they're a lot thicker than when I don't have any mascara on. So already liking this one. So now all that's left is apply lipstick, and like I said, I'm gonna use the Nars Orgasm lipstick that was in the same gift set as the Orgasm blush. When you look at the color of the lipstick in the tube, it's quite scary. It looks like it's gonna be bright orange, but I will promise you it is a really nice lipstick. I think I wore it in one of my Vlogmas vlogs, and I really love it, so I'm gonna apply it for you. As you can see, it's a very sheer coral gold kind of lipstick, and I think it really suits my skin very well. I think with a bit of a brown smoky eye, that will really complement this lipstick, so I'm really glad I got it in the gift set. So this is the final makeup look, and I hope you liked watching me apply all the new products that I purchased over the last months. And yeah, if you have any requests for videos, or if you just like this video, don't forget to like it. If you have video requests, or you want me to try out certain products, or you have recommendations for me, don't hesitate to put it in the comments. I love reading your comments and replying to them. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post a video every Sunday. I know I said it in the beginning of the video, but don't forget to check out the giveaway that I'm hosting at the moment at my Instagram channel. I'll link it down below so you can go directly to the post and enter. So I'll see you next week. Bye!